Sometimes the loudest noise in someone's life isn't sound, it's silence. And right now, that's exactly what your person is living through. They are surrounded by people, by movement, by distractions, but inside, there's a silence so deep, it feels like it's screaming. The lack of communication between you two isn't just a pause in words. It's an ache in their heart, a constant echo of what they wish they could say, but can't. They wake up every morning with that thought, that maybe today they'll reach out. Maybe today they'll find the courage to speak. But as the day passes, they pull themselves back again. Something inside them freezes. They want to talk. They want to explain. They want to hear your voice again. But fear is stronger than their will. This person is not emotionless. They're not cold-hearted. In fact, they're more emotional than you realize. But they've built walls around themselves. Walls made of guilt, regret, and confusion. They know they've hurt you. They know they went quiet when you needed them most. And now that you're silent, they finally understand what silence feels like. It's lonely. It's painful. It makes every little memory come back, like waves that don't stop hitting. They replay old conversations. They remember your tone, your smile, your laugh, the small things you said without thinking. And now, all those small things have become heavy memories. They thought time would make them forget. They thought silence would make it easier to move on. But instead, silence became their teacher. It's teaching them patience, humility, and realization. They're starting to understand what they lost. Not just a person, but peace. Because peace was what you gave them. You made them feel safe, seen, and valued. And now that you're gone, they feel the emptiness of that space. When they scroll through social media, they might see your name, your post, maybe even your smile. And in that 1 second, their heart races. They think of reaching out, but then fear whispers, what if you don't care anymore? What if you've moved on? What if your silence means you've healed without them? And so, they stay quiet again, trapped between hope and fear. But deep down, they're not at peace. Every time they don't talk to you, they feel something missing. Their mind tells them to move on, but their heart keeps bringing you back. That's what love does when it's real. It doesn't disappear just because people stop talking. The energy remains, the bond stays alive, and no amount of distance can erase what was once true. You see, their frustration isn't just about missing you. It's about missing themselves when they were with you. You brought out a softer, more open side of them. With you, they didn't have to pretend. You saw through their masks, through their pain, through their ego. You understood their silence. And now that understanding is gone, they feel lost. They're angry at themselves for letting pride become more important than connection. They know communication could fix things, but the longer they wait, the harder it gets to start. It's a cycle of fear and longing that's breaking them from the inside. At night, when everything slows down, that's when the silence hits hardest. They think about you before they sleep, every single night. They wonder if you think about them too. They wonder if your silence means you've given up, or if you're just waiting for them to find courage. They draft messages, they type and delete, they read old chats, trying to find a reason to believe that it's not too late. But then, doubt takes over again, and they do nothing. Just silence, just pain. But let me tell you something powerful. Silence can change people. It teaches lessons words can't. Through your distance, you've shown them something they didn't understand before. That connection is not something to take for granted. You've shown them what emotional maturity looks like. Staying calm, staying quiet, and letting peace speak for you. You didn't chase, you didn't beg, you didn't try to force communication. And that's what's making them realize you're worth even more. You've taught them the value of presence through absence. You've shown them that real love doesn't need noise. It needs respect, understanding, and growth. Right now, they're in the middle of that growth. It's not easy for them. They're fighting thoughts, emotions, and regrets all at once. Some days, they convince themselves that you deserve better. Other days, they miss you so much that they feel physically restless. They scroll through your old pictures and talk to themselves, as if you're listening somewhere far away. They wish they could turn back time to the moment when everything started going wrong, just so they could choose a different path, one where pride didn't destroy what love built. You might not see their effort yet, but inside they are transforming. The silence has humbled them. The frustration they feel is part of their awakening. They're realizing that no one can replace genuine connection. You were not just another chapter. You were the part of their story that changed them forever. And now, they are slowly learning how to face the truth. That real communication isn't about ego. It's about honesty, vulnerability, and courage. And even though you're not talking, your silence is guiding them toward that realization. They're understanding that love isn't about control. It's about letting go of fear. They're learning that communication is not weakness, it's strength. They're learning that sometimes being silent isn't peace, it's distance. And that distance, if not healed with truth, turns into regret. That's the lesson your silence is teaching them. You've become a quiet mirror for them, showing who they really are when words disappear. You've shown them that emotions are not toys, and relationships are not battles of pride. You've made them look at themselves with honesty, and that's why they're frustrated. Because it's hard to face your reflection when you know you've hurt someone who truly cared. But here's the hopeful part. This silence won't last forever, because when the heart speaks, even fear listens. Slowly, they will gather courage. Slowly, they will realize that holding back their feelings is only making things worse. And one day, they'll reach out. Maybe with a small message, maybe with a heartfelt call. It won't be perfect, but it will be honest. Because deep love always finds its way back through honesty. Until then, stay in your peace. You've done your part. You've spoken your truth through your silence. You've shown grace where there was chaos. And that grace is what's changing them right now. People may not understand your calmness, but your person does. They can feel it. It's what keeps them thinking of you every single day. You are not forgotten. You are remembered in every quiet moment, in every restless thought, in every heartbeat that longs for you. So don't let their silence make you doubt your worth. You didn't lose them. They're finding themselves through you. Your patience, your maturity, your decision not to force communication. All of it is your power. You've shown what unconditional love really looks like. And that love doesn't fade. It transforms. It heals. It teaches. And in the end, it returns. Stronger and more meaningful than before. Because when love is real, silence is not the end. It's just the space between learning and reunion. One day, when they finally speak, They won't come with excuses. They'll come with truth. And when they do, you'll see how much your silence taught them. You didn't just change them. You awakened them. You turned their frustration into realization, their guilt into growth, their silence into understanding. This story, your story, is not about endings. It's about transformation. Sometimes, God separates two souls, not to punish them, but to purify them, to teach them, to heal them, to prepare them to love better. And that's what's happening now. They're being taught through absence, and you're being protected through peace. So let this silence do its work. Let the universe guide both hearts. And when the time is right, the words that never came will finally find their way home. Because some connections are eternal. They just need time to remember what truly matters.